Hello, my name is Jamie Jordan, and I'm the youth pastor here at First United Methodist Church. Just appreciate a few minutes of your time as I tell you a little bit about the youth ministry, what we've been doing, what we're doing now, and what's in store for the future. First off, in the spring, we began in January talking about the gospel. It's the right place to start the new year. And then we kind of got into dating and relationships, and what does it mean to trust Jesus in our relationships, both in our dating relationships, family relationships, and friendships. Just what does it mean to trust Jesus with those things? And then we moved on. We took a look at the temptation of Jesus, and if we are Christians and if we say we're trusting Jesus, what does that mean? What is our response when we are tempted to walk away from that and to begin to put our trust in something else? And so these are just some of the things in our Emerge Youth Ministry that we were studying for the spring. At this point, here we are in the summer. Things don't slow down much in the summer. We are preparing for our middle school mission trip to downtown Lexington, where we will work on or work with some organizations that help the homeless and the hungry downtown. Our high schoolers are preparing for an urban mission trip to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is something new for us. So we have an urban theme going on this summer. We haven't done a lot of urban ministry, and we want to explore that and see where we might find God in the inner city, in these two cities that we're going to be serving. Finally, as we look ahead for the future, I think what we the high level focus, what that's going to be is I want parents in our church to basically work me out of a job as the youth pastor here. Now, I don't mean that totally literally. There's room for a youth ministry in the church, of course. However, if you read through the scriptures, discipleship isn't the job of a youth pastor. Discipleship belongs in the home. It's the job of the parents to teach their children what it means to follow Jesus, what it means to trust Jesus in the little decisions and in the big decisions. So I guess what I'm trying to get across is, as good as our youth ministry is here at First United Methodist, and trust me, we have a wonderful group of youth leaders here. And, you know, the youth pastor, he's halfway decent, I guess. But as great as all that is, there's a place where youth ministry is better. And there are youth pastors in this church that are a whole lot better and more effective than me. And those are the parents. The parents are the best youth pastors this church has. And what I want to do is encourage our parents to own that role of being a youth pastor in your household. And to disciple kids. This isn't brain surgery here. This is simply a matter of talking about your faith in the home, letting the kids share about their faith. I came across some disturbing statistics recently, and it turns out that the research shows that 1 out of 8 mothers talks about faith in the home. 1 out of 8. I don't know how you feel about that. For me, that's unacceptable, but unfortunately it gets worse. And here's where I'm talking about us fathers. The research shows that it's, sadly, but it's 1 out of 20 fathers is talking about faith in the home with their children. And so I guess my message first off to us as parents, especially to us as dads, it's time to man up. It's time to stand up for what we believe in. It's time to show that we trust Jesus, and it's time to make that trust in Jesus a top priority. And us as parents, let's just assume that role of youth pastor. I would love if our youth ministry here at First United Methodist Church, while we are still ministering to the teenagers here in our church, but we're also working with the parents, and we're helping support the parents here, and we're leaning on each other as parents against the common challenges that we all face. And I think as I see what our families are dealing with here in the church, I think the top challenge that I see that we're wrestling with is this thing called busyness. We have just cram-packed our schedules. youth are missing events that could be just life transforming. And sometimes it seems to me that our priorities have slipped and we're just crossing over the line into some territory that we know we shouldn't be in. We're just not sure how to take that tough stance. And so I think our common enemy is busyness. And so what if the parents in our church owned the role of youth pastor in the homes? What if we truly began doing discipleship in the home to our children, young, all the way up through the teenage years to young adults? What if that began to happen there? What if our youth ministry did a better job of supporting the parents and we began to help each other out a little bit more? What if we started talking about faith in the home? What if all that took place? What would this upcoming generation become? What would they be doing for God's kingdom here at First United Methodist Church? I think it's time to dream the dream. I think it's time to evaluate and to really see what's happening in our lives. Where's the time going? Where are our priorities? And it's time to really seek that treasure in heaven, like Jesus talked about. He said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. We need to take a moment. Where's our treasure? And I'll tell you this, these are hard words to say. Our treasure is not our children. Our treasure is Christ. Our treasure is Christ. And so let's seek that, and our children will see that, and they will follow right along. So how can the church passionately support the youth ministry here? Help me do it. Help our awesome team of youth leaders do the youth ministry here. Perhaps you're a person whose kids have grown and they're gone off and they're adults and doing all that. So if you're not an active parent now, I'll say this: you probably have a lot of wisdom. You might have been walking this journey a whole lot longer than me, or some of us the other parents here in the church, or the single folks. Help us, mentor us, tell us where we're going wrong. I guess the challenge is, let's let the church here at First United Methodist truly be the church. So I just want to say thank you for all the support you've given us here. This is such a generous, loving church. I'm just blessed to be a part of it. And I just want to end by saying thank you.